Alright, so this segment is on the atmospheres of Chicago and New York. Atmosphere is a hard topic to um, define. It is hard to say what has good atmosphere and what doesn't because it's so subjective. What I think is great atmosphere is not great for the next person, which is different from the person next to them, which is different. You get my drift. This one, I'm not sure how to score this one. I'm gonna say it's a wash, simply because, to be honest, I've never been to New York. I'll be honest. For the rest of these segments has all been research that I've done on New York. Atmosphere is something that cannot be defined in research. It has to be felt. And I've heard accounts of New York, and I've heard it's there's no other place like it on earth. Okay, you know that's your opinion. Everyone's opinion is different. Some people like New York, some people hate it. I hate it on principle for my major and where I grew up. For me, at least. And for this one, I'm gonna leave it up to the public. Decide what you want because it atmosphere is a very subjective thing. Chicago, for me, it's less anonymity than New York. New York has 8 million people, Chicago has 3. It's a third of the size. And I like that. That's like a good sized city. But you have an anonymity, but you don't feel like you're just a number on a street. Like the number 324-6131. In Chicago, you can have a name. You can be anonymous if you want. And just having these different areas of Chicago, of being able to hop on the L, ride it down to the Loop, which is downtown. It's known as the Loop, and go to Millennium Park or go see a show or do this or do anything. You have that kind of atmosphere, but then you can go back to an ethnic neighborhood or a neighborhood in another part of the city and have a connection, a sense of grounding, a sense of belonging, of place, which is awesome. It's amazing to have that and to just be able to say, yeah, I live here. This is my home. Home is also a very difficult word and concept to define. So I won't even try. But we all know what that sense of home is. Whether it be a cardboard box, which is very unfortunate, or it be that $12 million penthouse at the top of Trump Tower in New York, or on Park Avenue, or at the View of Central Park, or the Chicago equivalent in Gold Coast or Lakeshore East. It's still a sense of home. It's a sense of place, of belonging. And this atmosphere, it's different for everyone, which is why it's so hard to define and why I have chosen to put it as a wash. This area is a wash in competition, but it's still an important aspect of a city. It's the atmosphere. It's the feeling you get when you're in the city. Do you want to stay there? Do you want to leave? Do you want to go explore? Do you want to stay where you are? That is a very profound feeling, and we can never truly express it, but we all know what we're talking about when we say, like, I felt at home there. You may not, the next person may not feel at home in the same place you do, but knows what you're talking about. Knows that sense of belonging, of place, of attachment, and they can relate to it. But like I said, I've never been to New York. I don't know what New York is like, atmosphere-wise. And I will reiterate, every every segment before this has been done with research, extensive research that I have done for the past 4 years. So you can debate it all you want. But that's just the fact.